Hey guys, welcome to the Football Overseas YouTube channel. We are live for another match review and we are live for Man United versus Atletico Madrid preview. Obviously, it is revenge. It is a revenge game or another 1-0 nightmare because for all those who have watched United, they know that United has had struggle against Atlético Madrid in preseason. There's been a tough games to be watching, and in preseason we always lost by 1-0. So we need each other revenge or time for another time as well. So let's begin off with the first thing. Uh-huh. So where's the match being held? This match is being held in Sweden. It's one of the biggest matches to be held. Yeah, so it's being held in Sweden after some preseason games. It is part of the Snapdragon Cup as well, and United are holding it. It is one of those matches that are being held together with PSG, Leeds, and Milan, where we'll be holding it in Sweden. And yeah, Atletico Madrid is that's one of those tournaments, open it. So it's being held in Stockholm in Sweden. This is how Stockholm, Sweden looks like. Uh, hope I'm being seen. Yeah. And then what else? It is a precision game, obviously. Last time we played against Atletico Madrid was in a club friendly in Norway. That was in 2024 when we lost 1-0. Yeah. So that was in 2024 when we lost 1-0, and we lost, I think previously that we lost 1-0 again. So it has been to have match preview, tough game times for United. I don't know what's going on there. Injuries ahead of this game, we have people like Ugarte, the lead. The lead is out injured. Stillsman is out for some times to be injured. I think he's meant to be back for the PSG game. I saw him on the training ground with Lemens, but I don't think he'll make it for this game. Will he be part of the squad going to Sweden? He could be part of the squad going to Sweden, but not part of this game, though. Yeah. Šeško. Šeško is expected to be back for the PSG game. Yeah, he has had some back injury, some bone bruise, which means he's expected to be back for the PSG game. And then our fourth goalkeeper, Daru, is meant to be back as well. What are my thoughts ahead of this game as well? I saw how Atletico Madrid played against Getafe 4-1. That was a 4-1 win against Getafe, and it was a tough match, to be honest. It was an easy roll over match, and I thought PSG Atletico Madrid played quite well. They've had some of what was it? Some of the starting 11 there. You can say some of the fringe players like Koke or Black. Or Black is not a fringe player, but some of the starting 11 were there like Lukman. Lukman has been on good form for Atletico Madrid, especially second half of the season. Yeah, so those are players to watch out for. For United aspect, will could JJ Gabriel make his debut next in this match? Could be, but I doubt so. With many players coming back from national team duty, I feel like the perfect time to have given him his debut or some minutes off the bench was going to be the game against Rosenborg. But now, with many players coming back, I don't think he'll get minutes or closer minutes in this game as well. National team duty. Amad Diallo is back. Cunha is back. Lamens has cut. Lamens was meant to be back for the PSG game, but he cut his holiday. He cut his holiday to be back for the Atletico Madrid game as well. Tielemans was meant to be back for the PSG game, but he got an injury beforehand, so that means he started his 3 weeks holiday before Lamens did. So Tielemans is back ahead of this game, but his injury rules him. His injury self-cleaning rules him out of this game, and he'll be back for the PSG game. Mazuari is back for the PSG game. Kobe and Rashford game week one, same as Martinez. So who's returning for this game? Alta, Ahmad, Cunha, Tillsman, and Laments. Yeah, so those are people who could be back for this game. Yeah, I'm actually glad that Tillsman is back. I hopefully he gets some minutes off the bench. Hopefully he does. We need him back, and we also need some. Another thing in us we do need is some freaking signings. We need a center midfielder badly. We also need a left back as well. Yeah, if the rumors are true that you're planning to sell Amas and expect on Luke Shaw to be the only left back to play 60, only left back in a 60 game season, then you're freaking mad. Yeah, no suspension returns, injury returns. I don't think there's any. Um, Injury returns is only Carl Dowry. Yeah, this was nine. My predicted Preseason collab for Sweden could be Vitek, Lamens, Bendia, Hinton, Harry Maguire, Dogo, Lenioro, Luxor, Eden Heaven, Amas, Jaden Camison, Dan Ama, Mazuari, Dalot. I don't think he'll call up Bruno Fernandes. I think he'll feature for the other games. Wait, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, sorry, I was just reading a message about that. Yeah, so I think those guys cool. I was really impressed about how Chido Obi. I was impressed about how Sherlesi performed in that match against Rosenborg. Also, I was disappointed to see JJ Gabriel did not perform as well. JJ Gabriel did not come off the bench against Rosenborg. I thought he should have gotten some minutes there. Jacob Deveni was really impressive in that game against Rosenborg. Jude Sweat as well, Toby Collier, the Fletcher brothers. One, it's either one of them underperforms or the other underperforms as well. So I'm hot and cold about them so far in this preseason. Andre Santos has been putting in the numbers, so I can't complain about that. His partnership with Mount has solidified that midfield. I thought it could be worse, but again, yeah. But again, we haven't faced a proper European side. So this is going to be our first European side we are facing, our first Champions League side we are facing, and we know Diego Simeone's side likes to play a low block. So I like to see how Carrick tactics work against breaking down a low block. I want to see how whether he's still going to use the same tactics as he used when he was interim, when he was caretaker manager, or he has adjusted them, and yeah, and or whether it's the same issues that we see, well, that we have seen previous permanent managers do, that we struggle to break down low blocks. We know someone is a dark art legend, and he's someone who's very good at being a defensive masterclass manager. So if you want to test how good the attacking side is, or how good the squad depth attacking side is, then you have to test it against Diego Simeone's side. If you can break down his side and make his side be look bad, then I think you have done well as a manager on the attacking side. So those are many questions that I'm asking Carrick, and seeing what does Carrick do and face in terms of that, because this season we'll face many sides that will break down our starting, that will put a low block against us, like Leeds, like other teams, and we won't face against teams that will come at us instantly. So it will be good practice. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, about that. And then also Zaxi has been hot and off in this preseason as well. Zaxi, he impressed me against Rosenborg. He really did. That was an upturn performance against Rosenborg. But again, it's just Rosenborg. And then against Wrexham, the first preseason game against Wrexham, it was an underperformance. It was poor, where I was like pissed off with Zaxi, and I just wanted Zaxi gone out of the club. So I'm on and off about Zaxi. Shall Brian Obomo, despite Brian Obomo getting a 7.7 rating, uh, in the ratings in the football apps, I'll be honest, I think Shalesi helped Mbeumo out in that game. He looked like he was struggling. The man looked like he was struggling against Rosenborg. And I think Shalesi coming in, helping the brother out, it shows something about him as well. So cool. And then Shalesi also did well in the camp position. Could it be a position that he could later on turn into, instead of playing on the right wing? Could it be a camp in the future? This may be something else to look about. Tilsman, Tilsman, I think could feature, but I guess in the next game, not this game. Yeah, yeah. So Atletico Madrid. I forgot to update this, but Yeah, so Atletico Madrid eight has scored eight goals, conceded five. This is the second preseason game. So in terms of match sharpness, their match sharpness is we have better match sharpness than they do. In terms of no match fitness, we are more match fitter than they are. This is the second game that they're going to play in the preseason tournament, and this is United third game. So much fitness we have, sharpness by them smashing, um, by them smashing Getafe, one of the league opponents, 4-1 behind closed doors, and not just be closed doors, which could be rotated Getafe side, but it shows that they are sharper than we are because against Wrexham we lost 1-0, so that's something to look out for. Yeah. Last time we played them was in 2024, 1-0 loss in Norway. Frustrating, but you know who played most of the players like Koki, and those other players. And those ones are the ones that will feature in this game as well. Uh, yeah, their form, this is what I was talking about, their basic form. They, they have a win, loss, inconsistent form, but yeah. They struggled to end the season on a good note. The, the ending of the season was on based on an inconsistent way, and I think injuries really struck Atletico Madrid. So yeah, our form as we ended the season off with a positive note, unbeaten in three games in our last three league games. Our preseason has been an on and off. So far, one loss, one win, one big win, one small loss. Yeah, and it is an on and off as well. So I think this is a tighter game than usual because form wise, both teams have had that on and off in both situations. Yeah. Our head to head Champions League. Last time we played Champions League, remember who for those who remember last time we played them in the Champions League, we lost to them at home 1-0, and we drew to them 1-1 away from home. Yeah. So it was a 1-0 yeah. Uh so yeah, last time we played them three times back to back, two times back to back was a 1-0 loss back to back. So yeah, players who I think we should look at for are people like Lukman, Oblak, Koke, Robin, Rubin as well. Yeah, Lukman has had like two goals, those stats, unnecessary stats, but missing a game, Atletico Madrid have players missing a game, like most of their starting 11 is missing a game. Cadeso, Alvarez, Lorenzo, Sloth, Alex, Benia, most of the Spanish players and Argentinian players. Returning from the World Cup, we have Jimenez, and yeah, players who I think could shine in this game could be Amad Diallo, Harry Maguire, Vitek, and I feel like Gabriel could get some minutes and impress us. J J Camison and Cunha. Predicted lineup. Good start with number one goalkeeper. I think Clemens should start. That's my preferred lineup. I think Clemens should start. If Clemens is not going to start, then yeah, I don't know. I'll go with a Hitton kind of person, and then Vite comes off the bench for the second half. Right back, right back. I'm tired of seeing Euro start at right back. I want to see Euro more of a centre back. I don't know whether that's more of a versatility kind of thing, but if you put Euro at right back against Atletico Madrid, and I know Euro did well against Rosenborg, less that's a in terms of difficulty, Rosenborg is less difficult than Atlético Madrid. So let's put Camison there. Camison did well coming off the bench, and I want to see how Camison does starting. And I've been begging for a Camison start. Yes. But okay. I'll sort out that mess anyway. Yeah, so centre backs is Yoro, Harry Maguire, centre backs. Left back, Luke Shaw. Piv- on the pivot, I'll have Andrew Santos, Mason Mount. Left wing, I'll have Cunha on the left wing position. I loved what I saw in the World Cup from Cunha, and I love to see what Cunha brings on the left wing as well. Patrick Dogo, I'll bring him off the bench. Yeah, he hasn't really excited me yet. Second half he did against Rosenborg, but first half was there. Calm position. Shelesi keeps it because he performed well against Rosenborg, so you don't want to demotivate a player. And plus, there's no other player I thought of that I will want to play in the camp position. Yeah, whether will I want to play Mason Mount there while I play an academy CM when I know in the pivot I'll want to have a senior player than academy. So yeah, there's only one choice, that is to keep Shelesi there. So if it's working, well, why if it's working, so if it's working, there's no need to fix it. So I kept Shelesi there. And right wing, Amadialo performed well for in the right wing for Ivory Coast, so I'll put him there. Striker position, I'll put Mbeumo. Yeah, I know why are you putting Mbeumo is because I look at Atletico Madrid and I see Zaxi could struggle to get services down the wings. And could we need someone like Obomo to bully that defense? Do we need somebody like Obomo to make it to go toe to toe with that defense? So, as well, if Obomo can work with that, if Obomo can improve his physicality, I think he'll make a perfect backup. But his physicality aspect is what worries me. Yeah, obviously, I asked ChatGPT about their preferred starting 11. They told me Lamens, Alta Bendia, Luxor, no bench. They said Luxor, Ariamas, Heaven, Tobicolia, um, Jacob, Deveni, Shelesi, JJ Gabriel, and Ethan Williams, and to the Obi Martin. Now, the likely 11 that I think will happen, I think all the same will happen. Now, the only change is I think could play as striker. Cunha is one of the Atletico Madrid's players. And then Diallo plays as a left winger. Mbeumo plays right wing. Yeah. So I think I kept the same predicted lineup as I said I preferred, but think he'll twist it a bit in that aspect. Yeah. My predicted bench that will prefer is Vitek, Heaton, Dan Amal, and Heaven. Dan Amal actually is he has been okay coming off the bench. Harry Amas did very well coming off the bench. I think if it was up to me, I'll start Harry Amas over Luke Shaw in this Atletico Madrid game to see how he does against elite opposition. But I think him coming off the bench is better right now. Camison, Camison, I feel deserves a start, a preseason start. But I know most likely Yoro will start as centre back, as right back, and Ari Hamas and who and Camison will come off the bench. So the three musketeers, Dan Go, Jacob Dan V, and Toby Collier remains on the bench. Look, left wing, I'll put is Patrick Dogo. Right wing, I put Ethan Williams. And then center forward, I put JJ Gabriel. Yeah. Predicted scoreline, I think in this lineup, I'll go for a 1-0 scoreline as such. Yeah, I'll go for 1-0 scoreline. I feel like that could match. That could match what will happen. I see it as a third game. Yeah, I know I keep saying every match precision game is a third game, but with United, you never know what you expect to see. One time for United, you see a good game. One time for United, you see a tight game. So I tend to go on the line, borderline, and that's say it's a tight game. Yeah. So apart from that, I think what who else is live? Is there anyone else live? I thought I saw someone else live. Yeah. Yeah, so apart from that, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and I'll be done. And see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's stream. Yeah, and make sure you scan the code up there before you go and like the stream before you go. Subscribe to the channel. We are close to. We want to reach 2,500 subs as soon as possible. And yeah, apart from that, I'll see you guys next time.